first I wanted to say that in 1983, lesbian mothers had our first fight with the Pride Board, and when we demanded a contingent and a cable car so our children could ride in the parade. So now, San Francisco Pride is an NGO. It's a nonprofit organization. It has a $1.3 billion budget. Oh yes, they make money from the banks and from the corporations. So the fight about Chelsea Manning was really crucial. There was a vote in 2013 that Chelsea Manning would be honored as a Grand Marshal. Within days, the conservative pro-military Pride Board issued a press statement and basically said, quote, "Chelsea's act of courage put our troops in harm's way, and that would not be tolerated by the leadership of San Francisco Pride." So the queers in San Francisco exploded in rage. There was a series of protests and a coalition formed called the Grand Marshal, Not the Court Martial Coalition. We demanded that the city look at Pride and all of the corruption that has been going on within that organization. There was national and international media, and the outcome was that the biggest grassroots contingent that ever happened at Pride historically was the Chelsea Manning contingent. And a flash mob jumped over the front of the march, laid in the street, waved Chelsea Manning signs and protested and stopped the march. Which, by the way, 1 million people participate in and 1 million people watch. So, at the end of the march, when the contingent arrived at the festival, we found out that the military recruiters had a booth at Pride, which never has happened before in the history of Pride. So that contingent just proceeded right on, circled around the military booth, and drove them away. And even after all that, the San Francisco Pride Board never acknowledged their wrongdoing. And so we organized a slate that was pro-Manning supporters, pro-Chelsea supporters, had an election and kicked the conservatives off the board. And after that, that board voted to ban the military recruiters from the festival. Okay, I'm going to make it. Ban the military recruiters and voted Chelsea Manning be the Grand Marshal in 2014. So we expected that what we expect is that LGBTQ people who are in positions of power be accountable to us, and this was a demonstration of what happens when you're not. And in relationship to Chelsea Manning, she is appealing her court case. We are supporting her against the torture she suffered in prison and the transphobia which she now suffers. And for her right to have the health care that she wants. And for more information about everything that Queer Strike is up to, please contact us.